friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good, what's today, y'all?
Monday.
Thursday afternoon. It is June the 26th, 2025, and it is currently 12:20 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I was hungry. I wanted me some Thai food, so I got up and made me like some shrimp fried rice.
Good.
It's kind of spicy. I got some sausages in it. It's good. Cut it out. But I have had one crazy month of June. Okay? It's June 26th. It's almost about to be July. Mally's birthday is July 3rd. My birthday is July 9th. Hopefully I'll be able to do something for Mally on July 5th, which is his people's birthday. That's so crazy. Mally get cancer all through his blood and not the illness. I mean through like his birth chart. He's a certified cancer. Mama a cancer, daddy a cancer, he a cancer. He just cancer. And my birth chart is cancer all the way through. Move, Cosmo. My birth chart is cancer all the way through. From the north node to the south node, through every which way, I'm a straight up cancer. But anywho, I had me a good day yesterday. It was hot, but I had me a good day. And I'm glad that I did. Because I have been going through like some stuff with my little friend or whatever. You know, just trying to figure out where we stand and stuff like that. With my honey. Or whatnot. And I finally had got the answer that I needed from him the other day. Or whatever. Like, I didn't want to be confused. I didn't want to feel like I didn't know what was going on. Like, you know. So we had finally got the opportunity to talk. I had sent him this long text message. Or whatever. Just, excuse you. Just like explaining to him, like, you know, we've been entertaining one another a little over a year now. I kind of want to know what's up, what we doing, and where do we go from here, you know. Most people start dating, they get to talking for a year, you know, you introducing kids to one another, you seeing where you want to go from here, what are your goals, how can you help each other, is y'all gonna stay in a relationship, get to know each other a little bit longer, y'all gonna move together, y'all gonna get married, you know, you start dating past the year, it's time to start talking about stuff like that, because ain't nobody sitting around wasting years of their life waiting on a nigga or a bitch no more. That shit went out in the 60s, hopefully, for you motherfuckers. So, anyway, he was telling me like, oh, well, I just got out of a relationship. This is my honey, by the way. I just got out of a relationship. I don't really want to get back into another one. I kind of like just want to do me. So I said, okay, I understand that. It's no hard feelings. Congratulations on whatever you got going on and your accomplishments or whatever. But I'm going to take that as, since we're not going to be more than friends or we're not going to take the relationship to the next level, thank you for telling me, because now I'm not about to just be sitting around trying to figure out like what to do. And it's other guys who be pursuing me on the regular. And sometimes I just be like, oh, well, I can't talk to them because I need to figure out what me and him gonna do, or what we gonna do. And meanwhile, this whole time you already knew that you didn't want to move no further with me in the first place. So that was kind of cool or whatever. I needed that closure. Not needed. It wasn't even closure. I wanted the understanding. So, boom. I got that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to sit around and cry about it. I'm not going to get in my feelings. I'm just going to move forward. And it's no hard feelings. So, my friend had ended up calling me like, oh, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. You know, I got a lot on my mind or whatever. Because I did. Like, once I got that piece of information, I ain't going to sit and say, I didn't think about it for a minute, or that it didn't touch me in a way. So I'm like, oh, well, it's crazy that you calling me, asking me what I'm doing. I got a lot on my mind or whatever. What you doing? He like about to get off of work. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, cool. Can you come pick me up? Because my big kids were here so they can watch Mally and Mari. I'm like, oh, can you come pick me up or whatever? I'm like, I need to talk for about an hour or stuff just to get some shit off my chest or whatnot. He like, yeah, I'll come pick you up, blase split. So I had went over there and spent the night. Got up the next morning. Cooked breakfast, took me a nap, laid down, relaxed and everything. I really actually enjoy going over there because it don't be no pressure. I don't got to be forced to do nothing. And I talk about as far as like talking to guys. Like, he don't be trying to push up on me for sex or nothing like that. We be cool, calm, collected. We laugh, we talk, we smoke, we a drink, have us some shots or whatever, watch TV, eat some food, and it just be good vibes. So, yes, at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, that's what I was doing or whatever, and it felt good. He's single, I'm single. It was cool. So, that was pretty straight or whatever. He ends up having to go to work later on yesterday, so he dropped me off yesterday evening. And then my other friend called me. And, well, really. Anyway, he like, come see me or whatnot. I send you an Uber. So I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. We can chop it up for a minute. I haven't seen him in a minute or talked to him in a minute. And every time I do talk to him or some shit like that, it always be some bullshit, or I be feeling like weird shit is in the energy. But I got there probably like around 11 o'clock last night. We was talking, chopping it up or whatever. And for the first time in a long time, we was actually having a serious conversation where, for one, we was laughing, we was talking, but we hit a few touchy subjects, and it was good for me to get his side of the story and how he perceived things, and as well as for me to give him my side of the story and how I felt about things and how things went down between our friendship / relationship or shit like that. So that was pretty cool or whatever too. But sorry, now I'm hearing Royal Rumble, because I'm hearing like it's 3 different guys now that want to date me, and they're from my past, but they're guys that I didn't really have the chance to date or get into a relationship with, because it's like either they had baby mamas or I was still with my baby daddy, or it was like right person, wrong time situations with them. We had shit going on financially, or it was something that made us not be able to move to the next level within our relationships and things like that. So talking to him about that yesterday, and just getting an understanding and shit like that, it was really good. So but now I'm hearing like these are not just people who want to come into your life and be like friends. These are people who consider themselves to be suitors, like prospects for you, and in a good way, not a bad way per se. So granted, I done had to cuss these people out. I had to tell them all types of things and say all types of shit on the internet, but that's because don't talk about me behind my back and be disrespecting me and shit. Flat the fuck out. Because when I do it to you, it's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Don't be subliminal and sneak dissing me and all that type of shit, because I'm going to publicly embarrass your ass. But, it was cool. It was cool or whatever to be chilling and talking to them and getting stuff off my chest. And getting their feedback about situations and how stuff went down. So I had a real good ass day yesterday. I'm surprised this motherfucking bun's still on. That's how much of a good ass day I had, okay?
I like your hair like that.
You do? So, yeah. But anywho, I'm hearing it. Like, things are about to get so much better. I had to fix me some more rice because it was good. Things are about to get so much more. You want some more rice too? For me and for my children and things like that.
It's with no rice.
Oh, you did eat it all. You got a shrimp left though. And I'm hearing like stepdad season. You know how they say holiday season, holiday season. I'm hearing like, yo, baby about to be able to get him like a stepdad, like a real good man is about to come into my life who would be like a good stepdad or a suitor for my child or whatever, or my children per se. And I don't know who that's going to be, but I'm hearing it. Or shit, maybe his daddy will want to come around eventually and say hello or be in his life, but I ain't forcing it because you can't force shit like that. If anything, he can get a bonus dad, or he can have another man in his life that'll fuck with him the long way. So, yeah, I was kind of talking about a little shit like that yesterday too. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that from the universe. I appreciate God sending people into my life. Even though they've already been in my life, they've been in my life with the wrong impression. Now you see who I am. Now you get an understanding about who I am. So things are a little bit different, and I like that. You show me respect, I'm going to show you respect. You disrespected me, you can get the fuck on. So it's like different understandings now, and I get that. I appreciate that, and that's cool. But yeah, I'm hearing things about to get better. I'm hearing somebody want to marry you. Somebody wants to marry me, and that's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy because I would actually be a very, very, very good wife. Like, I'm here all my life. I've been, what that song say, all my life. I've been thugging all my life or something like that. Anyway, I've been training all my life to be a good wife. Like Esther. I had my wild days. You know how people say they went through a whole phase and shit like that? I went through a whole phase too. When me and Al broke up, and that was when I was 27 years old. Like 27, 28, 29 years old, up in there. I had like me a little phase. I talked to about 5 to 6 different guys within that them 3-year time frames or whatever, and that part of my life was lit. I was having me a good ass time. I'm like, ooh, I see why Al used to be outside in the streets cheating on me and shit. Except for I was single, so I wasn't cheating. I was just having me a good ass time. But yeah. And even my relationship with Al, like, and no, we're not in a relationship. You know, you got to watch how you say words, because people, when they stupid ass, they be like, relationship. The relationship, you know, because those are called relationships that you have with other people. And that don't mean that y'all fucking or even think of each other like that. It's a relationship. The relationship that you have with everybody. Your teachers, your boss is called a relationship, guys. So the relationship that me and Al have is even different now. I think it's more so learning respect for one another and things like that, because I don't be trying to sabotage his life, so don't try to sabotage mine. And, you know, I don't disrespect your marriage or anything like that. I just be telling the truth. And if it come off harsh, it comes off a little harsh. But if we got to understand it, we got to fucking understand it. And things can be smooth. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So I feel like that's what I'm getting into now. I have lived so long with people misunderstanding me because, for one, they wanted to just think I was too nice so they could treat me any type of way. Or for all the people who wanted to think that they could put me on a back burner till they were ready to deal with me the way that they wanted to deal with me and all that type of shit. That's disrespect. And these are people who thought that I was going to sit around and tolerate that. But now, as we're older, we're maturing, they have their lives, their wives, their situation, and their kids. I'm thinking that people are finally starting to see the shit that I've been saying a long time ago. I've been a mama since I was 17 years old. I've been a mama for 17 years. My daughter is about to be 18 years old. And meanwhile, I'm only about to be 35. So therefore, half of my life, I've been a parent. Meaning, I've been a lot more mature than half the people that are my age. And what I've noticed is that I be talking to people about shit that I go through, and I'll talk about my fellow peers, and they'll be thinking that I think I know everything, or that I think I'm better than them or smarter than them. And it's like, no, but I've experienced way more shit than you. So I'm just talking about it, and you taking it offensive because you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because you haven't got there yet. And that be a good thing sometimes. Just like I was talking to this guy, and he was like, oh, I don't know what it's like to struggle. I don't know what it's like to be poor or to go through this. Do you know how great that is? He like, oh, my mom and my daddy still do for me. I'm 40 years old. Do you know that that's a good thing? that I'm proud that you can say that, but I don't have that option. That's why I said, like, sometimes people would be jealous of your struggles, jealous of your stories and shit. And when you talk about it, they be like, oh, she think because she just went through that she this or she that, or she wants sympathy. No, I don't want sympathy. I'm telling my story, which you don't understand because your 40-year-old ass still got your mama and daddy, and you sucking on a mama's titty. So now you're taking it offensive that I have a different perspective on life and I don't think the way that you think. But neither do I think that your lifestyle is bad. Because if my mama was still alive, do you know how much I fuck with my mama? I was just talking to Raven about that the other day. Like, I was telling her, like, I like your relationship with your family and your mom and stuff like that. I always wished I could, like, I always had the vision or dream of being able to, like, go and hang out with my mama. We was talking about, like, going to clubs and shit like that. Because my mama used to hang. But I'm grown and I don't hang out. Like, I don't go to clubs. I don't like it. You know? But I used to still always have the vision of, like, maybe, you know how older people, they like to go to the casinos or go hustle or play bingo and shit. I always wanted to do that type of shit with my mama. But my mama died when I was 14. So I like to see people who are my age still have their mama and they can do that and shit. So I was telling that to Raven the other day. But some people, they'll just be like, oh, well, she just mad because she don't got no mama. Her mama can't babysit her kids. Like, no. I be saying, like, you need to respect your mama. Because some people be disrespectful as fuck to their mama. And I be giving my perspective of, like, well, you ain't gonna know what you got till it's gone. But I was also talking to somebody the other day. And I was saying some people don't even have the opportunity to even say they had a good mama. Like, some people, mama is still alive, but they had a fucked up mama. A mama who was a crack hoe. Or a mama who fucked with niggas more than they fucked with their kids and shit like that. So everybody's lifestyle be different. That's why you can't never go around judging a book by its cover, because everybody's story is different in some way, shape, or form. But you can't get mad at a person who had the privilege to have both parents, or the privilege to live with good finances and things like that. You can't be mad at them because they were born into good stability. But that don't mean that they better than you. Just because you came from less. So I be explaining that to people. Cut it out, Lavin and Cosmo. My goddamn granddogs is in there fighting. But that don't mean that these people are better than you or that you're lesser than them. So I be running into those type of problems throughout life when it comes to anybody. People be feeling like I be trying to criticize them or judge them or talk about them in the way that they do things, but that's really what they be doing to me, because I have so many perspectives. I had a good mama. She just died when I was young, you know? So I can't speak how it is to have a fucked up mama, and a lot of people can, you know? I personally have friends who mamas fucked with their niggas and shit more than they fucked with their kids, so their kids was neglected. They kids was getting raped by niggas and shit. They mamas didn't give a fuck. I could never speak on that. You know why? Because my mama wasn't like that. And I'm not a mama like that. I would kill somebody behind my motherfucking kids. So, you know, everybody's situation be different or whatever. So even having these conversations with people that I talk to from my past and shit like that, they're starting to understand, like, no, honey, I'm not criticizing you. I'm just pointing something out to you. Just like you called yourself criticizing or belittling me, but you didn't even know my story. You get it? So yesterday was a real good day for me. I was able to talk to my one friend, and I was able to talk to my other friend, and I was even able to talk to my honey or whatever. So, who's not my honey because we're not taking it to the next level, but I still fucks with him. Like, he's still cool people. He called me this morning. It was like yesterday, all three of these niggas, well, that's just the way I talk, but they was in my energy per se, and they are good guys. They just was all like going through something when I came into their life. But you know why? Because I'm a good person to come into your life when you're going through shit. You know why? Because I've been through so much that I'm just so fucking understanding that I can help you get through the shit that you're going through. So I be knowing why I come into people's life. They don't know why they come into mine, because they not tapped in enough yet. And even that's okay. Because it was at one point in time that I was not this motherfucking tapped in. It took a lot of self-mastery. Being by myself, learning myself, like being shunned from the world and nobody fucking with me and shit like that. That's how I became a self-master. That's why I know myself so well, and that's why I attract a lot of Masons and stuff like that, because they're masters. and shit. So I be noticing this shit. I know it. Or whatever. People just don't be knowing that I know certain shit. So they do fucked up shit. But anywho, it was pretty cool. I had a good day. I had a good day. I had a good day. So, yeah. I'm also hearing pampered, put up, spoiled. Pampered, put up, and spoiled. Like, maybe I'm about to get ready to go into that lifestyle, and I wish I need it. I deserve it. Shit, a bitch is tired of being anything other than pampered, put up, and motherfucking spoiled. So, yeah. I started this video, though, because I was channeling a song. And now I can't think of it because that's not what I started talking about instantly. Oh, it's Kelly Price. I think that's Kelly Price. They be like, you could have told me I wasn't fine enough. You could have told me I wasn't strong enough. But you let me on. Or whatever that song say. And I never should have wasted this time. I started singing that while I was in the midst of making my shrimp fried rice or whatever. And that song was making me think of my honey. Because, again, I just said we had a really good conversation or whatever. And it's kind of like basically giving me the answers that I needed to know. And that song is so relevant. You see how I say I channel songs just out the blue. And it always seems to go with what I got going on. That's how God and my ancestors and my angels, my spirit team works for me through music. And I'm hearing Mary J. Blige. Oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. So I'm hearing that song right now. But with the you should have told me I wasn't enough. I'm hearing, you know, somebody really thought the grass was greener on the other side. And I was telling this to Tobias when I was talking to him too. I'm like, I feel like, you know, you didn't really get the chance to know me and you thought the grass would be greener on the other side. Like, but, and that's what a lot of people in any type of relationship, people always underestimate me. Whether it's a boss or a friend or a guy that I was interested in, it's like they always feel like the grass to be greener on the other side. And then I feel like once they make the decision to go to the other lawn, then that's when shit set in. Like, you know, the grass wasn't greener over here. I just didn't take the time to water the grass over there. Like, this grass was, you know how when you don't got time to plant your grass seeds and all that, so you can go to Home Depot and you can buy the fake grass. Well, it's real grass, but it's like squares of grass, and you place it on the dirt until you make your lawn, and then you start watering it and put your grass seeds in it, and then it eventually all blends into your real grass, your real lawn, and things like that. It's like weave for the grass. It's like people be having real good grass, real good, healthy, green, full, fluffy grass that's been cut, trimmed, and everything like that. And everybody who come into my life, they be like, oh no, I want to go live at that house with the good grass. And who don't want a nice house with a beautiful lawn and backyard and landscaping and shit? Everybody wants that, right? Because I do. I want me a nice, big, beautiful house with beautiful landscaping and waterfalls, and I can go sit in the backyard and garden and shit like I'm Jody Mama. That's how I want to live out my 40s. I got 5 years to get it. Okay? But, I was hearing like people be so quick to go to the house that's big and built up already and it's beautiful and the landscaping is nice, and they don't want to tend to my house where it's under construction. It needs to be fixed. It needs drywall. It needs a roof. But what they don't realize is that all you have to do is fix it or help fix it. Like, my grass wasn't green. It had a little bit of brown spots in it. It wasn't cut. It had weeds. But all you had to do was cut it, water it, give it some grass feed, some weed killer, trim up the lawn, throw some little flowers out there, some rocks, the little lights that light up the walkway and shit like that, and make my house a home. Water the garden. But that's too much work for some people. They rather just go to the house that's already built up and nice and everything like that. But when you stick around because you feel like, oh, well, I built this already, or that one is built already, then it's not the same. It's like, I really took my time with this house. When I moved into this house, it was fucked up. The paint was fucked up. The roof was leaking. The basement was flooding. The bathroom was messed up. And I'm talking about in general, giving examples. That's like how it was when I've moved into plenty of houses that were fixer-uppers. I had to paint. I had to do this. Even if I couldn't go through and fix all the holes, I had to paint and make it nice. I'm going to put up a mirror here. Let's put a vase right there. Let's put the couch right there. Throw a rug down here. Throw up some pictures and shit like that. Because you have to make your house a home. And it takes hard work and dedication. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 years to get your house the way that you want it to be. Especially if you got to put in new windows and do this and do that. You got to pay off things. It takes time. You can't just go and put $200,000 into your house at the moment. And that's what I've been going through in relationships. Nobody was wanting to get the house off the land bank. They wanted the house that was already big and beautiful. But with the house off this land bank or whatever that I had to put my work into, it means so much more to me because I really built it up. I really got it started from the bottom. Now we here. I really made it into a home. I really turned the house into a home. So that's what I'm feeling. Somebody thought like the grass would be greener on the other side or something, and they're in so much regret. But you don't have to be in regret. It's just a life lesson that everybody has to learn. And speaking of, I'm like Jody's mama. I want to water my garden. I want to build up my house. I don't mind getting my hands dirty for my house, for my garden, for my family and my foundation. But it's not going to be easy. And it takes time. It takes time. So, yeah. People is realizing that. And you know what? When you go buy a brand new house like that, it costs a lot of money. Mortgage and all that. You go buy a house off the land bank and you pay for it like outright. You purchased your house already. Now you just got to worry about fixing it up and paying the taxes. And that's a lot cheaper to just fix it up and pay the taxes than it is to go and get this $300,000 house where you done financed the loan, took it out this, got to refinance the house, go through this and all that type of stuff. Never know if you got to put it up for collateral, you still paying it off. But that land bank house that you had to put that work into, it's paid off already. Can't nobody take it from you unless you slack up. You switch up. You stop caring. That's the only way that your house can be taken. And even before that, it's going to go through foreclosure and everything, still giving you the opportunity to fight for what you want. Fight for what was yours. Fight for what you worked so hard for. But that $300,000 house that came all beautiful and sparkly and shiny, now you're starting to see that everything that glitters ain't gold. Shut up! You don't even own it. It ain't even yours. For another 15 years, it's going to be paid off. And in the midst of that, you don't know if something is going to happen to the roof. And you might need to fix that. Or the windows. Or the basement. It could be a natural disaster. Like a hurricane or a tornado that come and tear that bitch up. You were still paying it off. But that land bank house that you could have put that work into, it's going to be sitting over there as strong as can be. So, yeah, you should have told me I wasn't wise enough. And it's like I'm hearing like, but you are enough. Like, you are enough. But I never should have wasted this time. Like, communication is key. You can talk about so much and you can get an understanding. You do not have to be a snake in nobody's garden when you can easily open your mouth and express yourself. You don't got to be backstabbing nobody, backdooring nobody, being a snake to nobody, when you could just be your true, authentic self. No secrets, no lies. That's the most free you can be. Because when you don't tell lies and you don't keep secrets, you don't do shit behind the people's back and shit, you can be your true, authentic self. Do you know how good it feels to be your true, authentic self? Because I feel good as fuck. And that's another reason that a lot of people can't understand me. Because you're fake as fuck. When you fake as fuck, it costs to be fake. It's free to be yourself. And that's facts. Think about it like hair and nails. It's free to wear your real hair. It's free to wear your real nails. It costs to go get weave. It costs to go get your nails done, to wear some fake ass lashes, to get fake titties and a fake ass and all that shit. All that shit costs. But when you wear your own self and the skin that you came in, that shit free. You get it? My bad, my phone had died. I had it on a charger, but it was just charging on my laptop. So, of course, you know that wasn't strong enough. I need to plug it into the wall. But yeah, it costs to be fake when you can be yourself. And when you're yourself, it's very easy to spot out things that aren't good for you and that are going to be good for you. And I learned that the hard way. You know, I was never fake. But there were times when I would hide who I was. Like, I wouldn't just go out and be bold like how I am now. I'll sit back and be kind of quiet because sometimes people don't be ready for your energy. So, and that hindered me a lot. Like, dimming my light for other people and shit, that was a big hindrance for me and a very big mistake that I made in my life. That's why I tell my kids, go out, be bold, be who you are, and don't be unapologetic about it. Go be yourself and fuck what anybody got to say. You know? Literally. And when you want to be yourself, you still got to say fuck what anybody want to say. When you in love with somebody and the family don't agree, sometimes you got to say fuck the family. When you want to start a business but everybody think you stupid, sometimes you got to say fuck everybody. You just got to go out there with the faith of a mustard seed. But I'm about to get off my phone and let it charge. I love you guys. Have a safe weekend, a beautiful day. You know, I wish you nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, and abundance, good health, good wealth, and all that shit. For you, the kids, your mama, your daddy, and every motherfucking body else. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta get myself together. I'm gonna try to do something for Mally's birthday again on July 5th. Hopefully, I can order these things that I want to order and everything turns out the way that I'm praying that it'll turn out for me. So we're going to see how it goes.
Bye.
Yes. So, yeah, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Oh, my hair.
I need to do my hair. I'm probably going to take my hair down
No.
on, what's today? I don't know. I probably ain't gonna be going nowhere like that. I'm gonna take my hair down on probably like July 2nd. Oh, Mira gotta go to the wrist person, the specialist on July 2nd. And then July 3rd is my birthday. Then the 4th is the holiday. And then the 5th is what I want to do something for Mally. I mean, it's Mally's birthday. The 5th is when I want to do something for Mally. So probably July 1st, I'll take my hair down, re-braid it down, and then I'm probably going to cut my wig and stuff a little bit so it can be short because it's kind of hot now. And do my hair up real cute for his birthday or whatever.
You can keep your hair like that for my birthday.
Yeah, I could, but no. Because right now I got to go through and put some edge control and stuff on the back. And you see my edges. I told y'all my edges, they be looking like I don't got nothing out. But then when I put the edge control on, they be long as fuck. Alright, y'all. I love y'all. I'm getting off of here. Remember, always go within. Always go within. One of the tarot readers that I used to listen to, I can't remember her name right now, but she used to say, always go within so you never go without. When you always got to choose yourself first, is all I'm going to say. Choose yourself first, and then you'll make the right choices. Them motherfuckers get on my nerve. You can see him in the background. Speaking of fixing up houses and stuff, if Denzel buy this stuff and I'll help my Denzel fix his house. All he needs is to do his little drywall and paint and shit. And I like painting. I really do. If I got enough paint and all the materials that I need, I can really paint really well. I be telling Denzel all the time, whenever he ready to fix his house up, I will fix it. I mean, I will help him fix it. Because all he got to do, the drywall and shit is up, as y'all can see. He just got to fix it. like paint it up and do the little
Breaking pieces.
the little, what is that stuff called, plaster and stuff. He already even did that. That's why the white spots is there. He needs to get the roof fixed though, because the foundation is the most important. But anywho, I just was thinking about that since I was just talking about building houses and shit. But yeah, y'all, bye.